Alright, sorry guys, I am a mess today. I just got home in like 3 seconds, but... Fuck, where's that audio coming from? Thank you. Yeah, so just got home 3 seconds ago. We're in the Faceit match right now. We are just waiting on... I did have the original roster. That would be Shay, Makumi, Shay, Jericho, Sam on DP, Flex DP, main support, my bad. And Hammer Plot. Hold on, let me get that card up right here. Actually, I do have the caster. Okay, hold on. Still setting everything up. Thank you. Hope everyone's doing well. Welcome to Faceit Season 7. We are just about to hit it. We are just waiting for one more player. And we're going to go to the starting lineup today. Today we have the dynamic duo of Raza, Jericho. You remember these people from the old Faceit team. Hammerpot filling in for Tank, a.k.a. the Demon of NorCal. In support lineup, we have Sam, and making her Faceit debut, we have V and Shay on flex support. But talking about which, we're getting right into the game here. We're going to Busan City Center, and of course, my screen does not want to share Overwatch right now. Properties. Give me a second. Love OBS. Pause champ. It should be working now. It is still not working. Alright. Hack of a producer here. Let's get this trying one more time. Game capture. At Overwatch. Still doesn't want to capture Overwatch. Give me a second. Round 1 begins here, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to continue as you guys are in the dark. Hope to God OBS eventually picks it up. Apparently it's not. Right now we are in Busan, though. Hammerpaw on the thing. Gets the first kill onto the Genji loop. Over here. Why do you want to break right now? Alright, we're just going to continue like this until I figure it out. Alright, we're going to use this screen for now until I figure out what is going on, but we have Hammer going down. We have Remember Me capturing the point at 8%. You can call this a scuffed NA. Jericho finding 2, no, finding 3 here on the point. Remember Me is going to be in red. Jericho finding a 4th to really round this team up. Raz is going to end up killing the Winston here. Remember Me make a demanding lead here. Quick alt check. We have Red Genie at 71% on the Ana for the Scorched. That's who we're facing tonight. We're going to go over to a Raza POV. 100 Railgun and a Dream. Jericho setting up on a high ground. You see that going quite well right now. You guys actually can't see anything because I lied. Here you go. I'm going to scream, but that's besides the point. I'm going to scream for cheering on Remember Me right now. Raza sitting on position high ground. We have a dive V dive. You see 2 different comps here, though. We see the Wu Yang Kiriko on the side of Remember Me versus this. Here comes the Nano. It's going to be on to the Sojourn of the Scorched here. Raza taking 1, Jericho taking another. However, Jericho switches out the Lucio. SkyJ is going hard. Almost Ajaxes, but doesn't. SkyJ gets that ult off here. Raza, Hammerpaw going deep on the point. Try to find that Lucio. Does. Hammerpaw, it's not 1 but 2. The enemy Winston and SkyJ the Lucio for the Scorched. Alright, final touch for the Scorch coming in. Remember Me at 91%, loaded with ults, has all 4. The only one coming up for the Scorch is this OC. Primal at 88% for it. Here comes a rush by Shay. OC out for both of it. Raza gets the better one for Lucio here. Jericho throws a Death Blossom in. Hammer pops the celebration. Primal trying to kill this Reaper does not get it, and again, apologies for anything going on in the stream. Right now we have scuffed NA production, but it shouldn't be a preseason. It should be exactly how I set it up, because if not, that's going to be fucking cursed.
Stay in sight, and I'll keep you safe.
And it is! I love my fucking stream. Hold on, we'll get that changed out. But talking about that, remember me goes up 1-0 in Busan. Looking to put this map away. Remember. Alright, we're back at it again. Hammerpaw onto this Malga here. On the side of the Scorched, we do have a Zarya with an Ana Brig backline. Hammer does have the ability to run over this Ana Brig backline. Has a few, but a beautiful anti-nade coming out from Bread Genie here. Jericho does find the Zarya on the side of it. Finds another one as we're going. Hammer going for that crunchy kill onto the Ana and gets it. Remember me, he's going to take the first point, and I'm still fucking around with production, so do not mind me. Alright, we're back at it again here. You see a nice little split. Do they see this Reaper in the wings? They do not. A shot thrown out, but nothing good. Nightmare. Hammer finds a beautiful stomp onto it. Raza, Jericho alley-ooping it up when it comes up. Hammer finishing off the Reaper of the Scorch. Trying to finish up this fight, however, Raza does get traded up with a free head. They're looking for this kill. Will they get it? They do. The Brig in trouble for the Scorched right now. Remember me, at 30%, Scorched has yet to get the point hold in this series. Coming up on ults, Jericho's building up quite nicely at 95. You see Scorch going on this side route here, wants to position a little better. Here comes Hammerpaw going deep, getting antied. Let's see if they get punished. However, it's going to be a main split. Reaper going in, getting two with the Death Blossom. Raza and the rest of me cleaning up nicely. They're looking for this Zarya pick. Will they get out? And they do. Actually, no, scratch that. It was a Reaper that got out. On the alt side, remember Jericho had this first alt. Raza has the OC. Shay doing quite well for her debut here, has the Kitsune Rush. On the side of the Scorched, Ana has the Nano and the Bolo Shot as well. Brig is coming up on that rally. They're going to take this side room fight coming in here again. Trying to get that rotation up, trying to get the Fariha set up in a good spot. Here comes the Nano. Hammer going down low. A beautiful rushing torrent. Does not get anything. Too many shield pressure. Sam goes down to the Fariha's Bolo. Freya gets another one, gets Raza on the side of it. How Jericho gets two. 96% for Remember Me. A beautiful crunch on the Hammerpaw. Shiny's going to pop it. Not getting any kills. The Graviton is out for the Scorch, but Remember Me takes an easy 100-0 on Busan Mecha Base and are going to take it in a domineering fashion. We're going to throw it right back to our intermission card.
it because he looks delicious?
Five, four, three, two, one. Initial flashpoint. Market.
Big prize!
My mic is muted. I want to scream. This production's going so well. But we're going to go over to Jericho as he and Hammer slam. This combo is going to be the big decider factor. Goes down low. Raza gets that alley-oop. Hammer's going to blow through that team. As you can see, a lot of the Scorched are low. Just looking on the execution here. Hammer does find the tank. He looks at the back line. He sees a juicy target. Raza does too. He likes what he's seeing. Takes two. Remember, me has to capture this point, though. They can get a quick reset. But remember, points capture fast on this mode. Talking about which, remember, we get the first point unlocked. We're going to actually transition to the name cards being in the right area. There we go. Remember me, up 1-0, 16% on the board and counting. These go fast. We're going to see Jericho and Hammer. You see them setting up on this side. They're wanting to execute this backline, which is super susceptible. This Ana really needs that support of this Lucio. Talking about which, you see the Ana taking a nice rail from Raza. But talking about taking a rail, JFK, nice haircut. Jericho goes down to a rail, but Raza switches this DPS duel out for another one. Hammer does find this backline. This is the power of this ball comp right now. Distracting this backline, not letting the front line getting any healing because the backline needs to survive. And truth be told, this Ana Lucio comp that the Scorched are running, it's a very difficult backline as Hammer... It's going to be the first one on the board with his ult here, finding two in that fight. So we're going to go over to his POV, how he wants to set this up. 90% on the board and ticking fast. You got to question who's going to be touching for the Scorched here. And it doesn't look like that. It looks like they're just going to give. Remember me, takes the first point. We're going to go over to Temple. This really helps Hammer with these mines. A lot of narrow chokes. And you can see they understand that. They see the rotation in, and that Lucio did use the speed boop on the side of the Scorch. So let's see how he wants to execute this comp. Here it comes. Slam out. Not going to throw the mines out. Not going to see. We see an comp switch from the Zarya over to the Ramattra. Looks like they're hunting for the back line here. Raza in a pretty safe spot. They really need to unlock him to it. But talking about which, Sam goes down first. Typical Lucio players. But talking about which, actually scratch that. The entirety of Remember Me's backline is straight out. Hammer with a beautiful mindset here. Really showing the wrinkles on that brain. Not get one, but two here. Gets the tank. That's a big pick. Remember Me's going to get it. You're going to see both the Lucio and the hit scan for the Scorch going to do a fast reset. Right now, Remember Me at 11%. We're going to go over to a Raza POV as he has this OC in pocket. Talking about which, we're looking at these ults right now. The OC's up for both teams. Both teams do have a support ult. Remember Me with the Kitsune. Scorched with it. But doesn't matter when Raza finds the head on top of the assist from Sam and Jericho onto it. Talking about Jericho, he does find the Lucio at the end and the Ana. This guy's really scoring those kills. Shay gets the first one on the board here. And another decisively clean fight for Remember Me. Remember Me up 77%. So this could be very well final fight for the Scorched. They have 3 ults on this board. So you got to ask, are you going to start using them? How is this fight going to get? But it looks like they're just going to continue. Never mind. They're going to go fast. They want to get on top of Raza. Understanding the threat here. Raza gets out quite nicely. But they don't touch. They don't touch. Remember Me on the map point here. 2-0 right now. Doesn't look like they're breaking too much of a sweat. Talking about which, Hammer finally gets straightened out. That's going to be his first death of the match. Raza's still getting hunted down. Might be going down. But talking about going down, Jericho throwing bodies on the floor. Raza's going to take one and still live. This is a disaster fight for the Scorch. The longer it goes on, the worse it seems to get. Looks like Remember Me's going to fall back here. And it's going to be... And they're already set up on this flashpoint. They're already ready to engage, and they have the ults to do it. The Scorched only used OC, so they're not going to have that defensive ult when the Remember Me really wants to go on it. Looks like they're going to take this fight. No, scratch that. Jericho's going to touch point here. Hammer stalling them out. Talking about which, Shiny gets a head taken. They do have that blade, but Sam has the beat for it. Here comes the blade. The beat's good. 4-4 here. Here comes the Nano. They really want this blade to get some damage done, but Jericho is doing the damage he needs, finding the Sojourn on the side. Here comes Raza's OC, a threat, but Jericho is still in the backline shooting. Sam gets that Lucio diff off, and another one to put a body on the floor, but the Scorched do get their first point capture and first point progress. They are finally getting 26. You can see Sam, the silly little support main, breaking it down, feeling good about that one. That's going in the highlight reel for the next video intro screen. But talking about which, we're going to the next fight. Shay still has this Consuming Rush, has not used it. Hammer, waiting in the wings, has this minefield set. Here it comes. I slam. The mine's up. The Sojourn, one low. Not going to look at it. Shiny, you're not supposed to touch the shiny object. Someone tell them they're hunting this Ana. Hammer is good for it. Jericho hunts the Lucio, gets it. 69%. They pop the Annihilation. They got to dig deep here. Sam goes down. You see Soren trying to get any point progress. 82%. You got to start asking who's going to be the touch for the Scorched. As we are in map point, here it comes, 94%. It looks like the Genji Shiny's going to get it. Jericho does get his head taken off by the OC. Shay finally pops this rush. Each team down one player. Raza is going to make it 1-2 here as they find the Ana on the side of Scorch. Raza finds another one, really pulling their bootstraps here. Shiny going down next. It is just Soren here. On the point, goes down. SkyJ, the Lucio for Scorn. Gonna get some last minute second touch, but that's all she wrote. We are going to match point. Remember Me, up 2-0 on the day. We're gonna go let this play the game post out. We gotta get some Hammer love in the chat. If you are, remember, do subscribe to Hammer Paw. He has some beautiful emotes, and he's a beautiful player. Raza, that Unk getting old. Doesn't remember it's best of 3. But we're going to head into an intermission as the teams get the ban phase going. We'll be right back. Alrighty, folks, we're heading to Canada to round this series out. New Queen Street, we do have the bans for you, folks. New Queen Street, we're going to see a Sojourn ban and a Lucio ban coming out for both teams. That Sojourn ban is, of course, that on to the Scorn. Lucio ban on the side of Remember Me. Or I could have that backwards, so don't trust me or anything I say. But we're on match point here. Remember Me, 2-0 right now against Scorn. That'd be a big decisive opener for Remember Me. We see the comp they're running. They've ran this a few times in Scrim. Raza really practicing this Sombra. Been quite electrifying on it, if I do say so myself. So far, no Winston checks on the side of Remember Me. Hate to see it, but it is. We see Sam on the Ana. Shay. And when I say Shay, it's going to be Slow Bear you're going to be paying attention to. Onto the Kiriko. We got the Hammer Ball. So we do have this Ball Flex DPS comp. On the side of the Scorn, we have Diva for Rene's. Bread Genie on Ana. Skyjay on the Brig. Really don't want to have to deal with that heavy dive presence. Shiny on the Genji still. And Delu 264 on the cast. Really wants to shut down this dive, this comp. Gonna punish anything Hammer does. And you see that beautiful boop there. However, Raza does get a great hack and a great anti onto the Diva. Puts her down low. Slow Bear finds a cast pick to be the first one to start off. Hammer going off the edge. A beautiful whip shot by Skyjay, but the question is, has the damage been done as the baby Diva is now down out by Rene? As you see, Raza really wanted to step up for that. But Remember Me does have this cart progress and are on their way. Slow Bear's going to be pushing the cart. But remember, Rene's is still on that baby Diva, slowly building it up right now at 63%. We're going to watch this engage by Raza here. Just kind of in the middle of a poke phase. You see Jericho and Hammer going onto this flank. A lot of pressure onto that Cassidy on high ground of Delulu. Eventually, the Scorn will have to set up a beautiful anti onto Hammer. That's going to put him out of action for a little while. He needs some support. A nade going wide missing. The Genji is in the back line. Slow Bear needs help, but Raza Hammer got her. Rene's back into Baby Diva. No self-destruct. Jericho finding the cast here, and they're still hunting down these players of Scorn. Baby Diva's going to go down next. Slow Bear finds Skyjay. Remember Me. There is no stopping this train. 78%. 78 meters on the board here, coming up on 80. On the ults, 4 players, Hammer, Jericho, Sam, and Raza. Talking about ults, here comes the minefields, and they are good for the Ana. Only one on... Jericho finds a pulse bomb. Raza shuts down the high noon, says it's not that time right now. Right now it is 6:28, but Rene's is on the baby Diva. Remember Me. 114. They can see, they can taste the box of victory here. The Nano is out. They threw it onto the Tracer to see what type of damage can be done. A lot of damage onto the Scorn. Sam finds the... and talking about it, the support duo does find the Tracer on the side of the Scorn. Shiny hacked. Baby Diva out. Shiny's going to be the last to do it. Hammer gets another kill. The bot is still moving. The Skyjay cannot touch it. Remember Me. I'm going to take the first map. Get the first series of the Faceit League Season 7. Remember Me doing it in a quick fashion. Not even Jericho stayed along to see this play of the game. Skyjay gets it. And that's all she wrote for the first game of the season. A beautiful boop over here by Skyjay. I'm going to go over to the caster card. We're actually going to see if we can pull some interviews here. Give us just a second, as we're going to head into an intermission for the last time here.
That means we're gonna have, if that was easy, all our matches in the beginning are gonna be easy, and then like towards the end we're gonna be playing all the fucking good teams.
That's gonna be towards the middle. Like, wait, how many? How many?
I do. Hold me in.
Go ahead.
Alright, we are back, and we do have the one, the only, Hammerpaw with us. Hammer, how are we doing today?
We're doing good. We're doing good.
Alright, that was an easy 3-0. I know you know some of the people on the Scorn. How you, like, what's your thoughts going in?
Well, you know,
I have high expectations for us this season. So, and it was fun. Just playing against some people I know. So, just having a good time. Especially because we have some people feeling like shame. So just making sure we're putting our best foot forward, and really just building momentum to try to get this ball rolling down the hill.
Yeah, and right now it's looking like an avalanche is coming. You guys cleanly sweep Busan. You cleanly sweep Saravasa. And let's be honest, that new Queen Street, quite a dominant showing. So you guys are on the right track. As for Shay, this is the first game. What'd you think about it?
It was good. I think, it's a good first showing. Just getting some reps in. Obviously once the pressure steps up and teams come a little bit more aggressively and put more pressure on us, then we'll really see how things work out. But, you can only play the people ahead of you. And I think today was very well played by everybody.
Absolutely. Next question I got for you, all right? You played this Monday game. Polaris is going to be your next one, and they're a dangerous team. I don't know if you've looked into them, but going into next map, you scared?
Not I wouldn't say scared. I wouldn't say there's a single team I'm scared of. I'm just looking forward to fighting these guys. I think right now they are currently they're 0-0. They're playing their first game against us, so it'll be their debut game. So I think just trying to show some things. Obviously, I think a big thing today was that we held some things. We didn't show everything right away. So just continuing with that, making sure that we're bringing out new stuff every week, just to kind of, shake it up, and just really, with so many games in the schedule, you play so many, just having the confidence to continue winning and pushing forward is the biggest thing.
Absolutely, and you guys did a great job at that. Is there any final thoughts to roll this out?
Yeah, no, it was just a good game. I think that the team we played, I think they're only gonna get better. I think they're gonna find their way forward. So I think we got lucky. We caught them in the early phase. So yeah, nothing really.
All right, well, GG Hammer and GG to the rest of you guys. Thank you for tuning in for the debut match of Remember Me in Season 7 of Faceit. If you like what you see, stick around. We have a Wednesday match at the same time. Thank you for watching. Have a great night, everyone.